Here is your Golfer's Almanac for June 29th. Today is the birthday of Billy Kratzert, born William August Kratzert III in 1952 in Quantico, Virginia. His father was the head pro at Fort Wayne Country Club in Indiana, where Billy grew up. He was a two-time All-American at the University of Georgia, golfing for the Bulldogs. He turned pro in 1974 and won 4 times on the PGA Tour, and then moved into the broadcasting booth analyzing golf. His sister is Kathy Gehring, a 3-time winner on the LPGA Tour. They are one of only 2 brother and sister pairs that have won on both tours. The other is Jim Gallagher and his sister Jackie Gallagher-Smith. Happy birthday, Billy. On this day in 1903, at the U.S. Open at Baltusrol, Willie Anderson won his second U.S. Open in a playoff against David Brown. Anderson had led wire to wire, but faltered in the final round, posting an 82. Brown and Anderson played a Monday playoff, as Sunday at that time was reserved for members' play. Imagine that. Anderson won by 2 in a heavy rainstorm. His first win in the U.S. Open came in 1901, and then Anderson went on to win in 1904 and 1905. Still the only golfer to win 3 consecutive U.S. Open titles. And only 3 other golfers have won the U.S. Open 4 times: Jack Nicklaus, Ben Hogan, and Bobby Jones. And at the 1906 U.S. Open on this day, Alex Smith of Scotland won his first U.S. Open by 7 strokes better than his younger brother, Willie Smith. 2 days of 36 holes each were played at Onwentsia, north of Chicago, where the head pro was Willie Anderson. Anderson had won the previous 3 U.S. Opens and was heavily favored. Smith, though, set a new U.S. record on his way to the victory. He would also win it again in 1910. Young Willie had already won the U.S. Open in 1899, and their brother-in-law, James Maiden, would tie for 3rd. On this day in 1957, also at Winged Foot, Betsy Rawls won her 3rd U.S. Open. Jackie Pung was the stroke better than Rawls, but she signed an incorrect scorecard and was disqualified. Her total score was correct, but one of the holes was entered incorrectly on her card. The members took up a collection from fans and officials and presented Pung with more than $3,000. Rawls won $1,800 for first place. Well done, Wingfoot. In 1980 on this day, Roberto di Vincenzo won the inaugural U.S. Senior Open at Wingfoot, 4 strokes better than William Campbell. Campbell had won the U.S. Senior Amateur in 1979 and would win it again later that summer in 1980. The age requirement for the first U.S. Senior Open was 55, as it was for the Senior Amateur, but it was lowered to 50 years of age the next year. On this day in 2008, Inbee Park won for the first time on the LPGA Tour, and it was a major, the U.S. Women's Open at Interlaken in Minnesota. Park was 4 shots better than Helen Alfredson. Park was 19 years old and the youngest player to win the Open to that point. And then in 2021, Yuka Saso won the U.S. Open at the Olympic Club. And it was also Saso's first win on the LPGA Tour, and she was the exact same age as Park, 19 years, 11 months, and 17 days. Zowie. Here's a quote today from William Wordsworth. Golf is a day spent in a round of strenuous idleness. That's it for today in golf history. Play fast, repair all the pitch marks you can find, and keep your golf ball in the short grass. Your Golfer's Almanac is a GolfToons production. It's written, produced, and narrated by me, Michael Duranko. I invite you to check out our original golf illustrations and the humor essays that accompany each of the golf cartoons. Tour Backspin is a weekly golf history newsletter that celebrates the PGA Tour in the 1960s and 70s with tie-ins to today's tour. They offer a bunch of content, contests, and other interesting bits. See the link in the show notes and subscribe.